first thing in the morning.
Whoops, pushed out a little too heavy. Yeah, a bit of a mess to clean up now. I just didn't want it to break off down the hill because the pad's right there. I'll go clean that up. Okay, so I'm just doing a recce. I've gone up the hill here from where I'm working just to see where I should try and cut it off because we want to try and avoid doubling up. So sort of focus more on this side, or if the face is long enough I can jump down my low point or leave it for when it gets tight. We can try and avoid doubling up. And I'm way up here on the top line. Here's the orange ribbon there. And we're so far up from the pad, I could figure out another spot for a pad because the other pad's way down there. And if I look over here, it's just way too steep. I got bluffs up there. It's just way too steep to put a pad in over there. So the line, where's the next ribbon? Is it side hill or down? Where's the next ribbon? Let's go up here. Oh man, it's just so steep. You can't put a pad anywhere in here. I don't see any spots for a pad anyway. Any good stumps, you know? Yeah. Okay, and this is looking up the hill. This is all out now, above the line. Unless there's snags I gotta go chase, but it looks like it's good. And this big one right at the top line, this big nasty cedar, three big school marms on the low side. It's all split, cat-faced, probably rotten in the middle. That's going down the hill. Most likely anyway. Let's see here. Oh yeah. Half the tree's missing. Look at all that weight in the low side. Oh, my partner just fell a big tree. Okay, so I'm just doing a recce here. I think I gotta focus over on this side, but I can't put a pad over there. It's too steep. I can't put a pad up here because I got this rock face right here. And then over there is all those bluffs and ridges and rocky outcrops. The ground's too gnarly and steep over there. And then as I look up the hill, the line angles up the hill around the bottom of this rock bluff and angles up the hill and goes up way up there to a point way up there. The sideline is just over here. What do we do now? What do I do here? Sometimes you just got to do these recce's so that way you can plan it out better so you're not spending a week doubling up. You kind of want a day is no doubling up. Doubling up is optimal. You're going to avoid doubling up, period, but a lot of times it's unavoidable. You have to do some when you're just finishing the block. So you got okay. Man, look at these are huge cliffs. It drops down like 50 feet. No, 50 feet. It's got to be 30 to 40 feet right down there. Kind of hard to tell because you got all these branches in the way, but then it's super steep. And there's another big ridge outcrop, and it drops down again. There's a sideline right over there. So I have to climb up on these mossy, slippery rocks and get these trees. There's a corner post there. Unless I can put a pad. I can put a pad. No, I can't put it there. Maybe just out of bounds, just over there, I can put a pad in, maybe. But for the next couple of days, it's going to be a long hike from the lower pad. Because that lower pad used to be the upper pad. Now we're way up the hill. Here's looking down. Look how steep that is. Some areas the bush is real thick, and some areas it's quite clean and open ground. I can see way down there. And real good walking. Let's go this way. Yeah, we have a bit of a cloudy day today. So it's nice and cool. Feels good. Okay, now I know what's up ahead because the last couple of days I've been wondering what's up there. You know, how am I going to work this this side of the block here? How am I going to finish it? So I'm going to have to focus on this side, and I'm going to leave a section over there, a strip that goes sideways, and then as the line turns up the hill, I'll leave a strip up there. Now that's plan A so far. Plan A-1. It's going to be real tricky finding where I'm going to put a pad in. Maybe I'll do like a tow in for a day or two. Save me having to hike way downhill. Yeah, I think I will leave quite a bit of wood in that far side for my partner. He's got another day or so before he finishes his far side, and then he can jump into this spot that I'm going to leave for him. If I've worked far enough up the hill that we got a good distance. So we still might have to double up for a little bit. It's just the way the ground is, how they engineered the block here, and also how we work the job. But it's just this one corner, just the top line just goes up and up and up and up and up. So, and you can't stack, guys, it's too steep here, so there's nothing we can do about it. Okay, I gotta go back to work. Yeah, gotta catch up now. I was up there for a good couple minutes there, walking around trying to figure out what's going on. Even the sun's starting to poke out through the clouds, but we got a nice breeze. Oh, a nice cool breeze. It feels so nice. Okay, see you in the next tree. Okay, so there's a big ravine right there, and this tree here, I fell it up too high because someone's leaning out, and it just hit the top there and slid on the high side, and then at least I made a nice walk log, and then I walked out here, then I bucked it, dropped the cut. That's just a piece there. It was the cut piece. And so my fuel's way over there, so when I run out of gas, I gotta like trek through this ravine, then up the other side. It's gonna be a hassle, but the sideline is right here on this bluff. Look at, there's corner post, and it goes straight up alongside this bluff here. I don't even know what they did, what for. I mean, it's not really much good wood here. I guess farther up there's some better wood where I was walking earlier. So it should go fairly quick. But I got this huge, well, decent sized fir. It's probably 4 foot fir, 4 to 5 foot. No, it's probably 4 feet. So I cut this up. It's right on a bluff, right on the edge of this big bluff right here. And then it's right on the corner, and then over here, it's just gets really steep, and then it turns into a bluff again. Just a little ledge, you know, until you get over there, and then it's just like, it's 100 foot, not vertical, but it's just about vertical. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Couldn't zoom in, so. Yeah, I gotta go down there and get this cedar on the lower side here. I think it's limb tied. So I'll cut that one up, that little cedar down there. And then, looks like this yellow cedar here. Looks like it's limb tied. Yeah. Kind of in the way though. Kind of in the way. Oh well. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna just be dumping it down there because I got this big, just outside the line there's another big rock outcrop there. I don't want to smash it on there, so I'm gonna angle it down a little bit. But it's gonna drop a long ways. Okay. Just adjust the tripod here. Oops. All right. my chain. Show you guys something. There's so much pitch coming out of this tree, jamming up my chain. The smell of pitch is overpowering. Look at that. There's so much coming out. There's so much pitch. Wow. Look how much there is. Liters of it. I didn't bring a container to collect it either. I got in camp. I planned ahead and I was like, oh, I'll bring some containers just for pitch. Of course, left in camp. And even if I did have it with me in the hill here, my bag's way over there. But you don't often find furrow here. They don't grow as numerous in this area as in other places. Okay, let's get back to it. Let that drain a little bit. The bar is just covered in pitch. The smell is so strong. When you get pitch on your muffler and it just smokes like crazy. Yeah, still coming out. Now I got pitch on my hands, pitch on my handlebars. Stuff gets everywhere. It's like ink. It gets everywhere. Ah. That's good enough. That's good enough. Okay. We got enough fuel here. Yep. Ah. Oh man, the tree didn't go over. Thought it was limb tied. Yeah, she's cut up nicely. I'm gonna go back down there and finish it now. Unless I can hit it with something else. No. I gotta go down there and get that now. Look at all that pitch though, eh? There's that huge crack. It's like a centimeter wide. That's where all that pitch is coming from. So much pitch. Okay, I'm gonna go down there now. It's like straight down from the stump here. Okay, see if I can. Okay, I gotta shoot it down there. Oh man, covered in pitch. Fine spray of pitch all over my arms, all over my hands. I'm sticky, I can feel it. Yeah, I'm so itchy now and sticky. There's that fine sod and tarred and feather that got sprayed on with pitch, and then fine bark dust all over my arms. I feel like I've been tarred and feathered. And it's the worst is my back. I can handle sawdust getting down the front of my shirt. That's tolerable enough. It gets down my back, it's just so itchy. It's just like, oh man, I didn't bring a spare shirt. I don't think I'll be cutting a fur today. One fur is all it took. Oh man, it wasn't even a very big one. Just full of pitch. Yeah, I got just enough. I get that heavy leaner. I'll just dump that down. Got a whole bunch of these saplings. I'm not gonna bother with them. It's right on the sideline. I'll get this little guy. Some birch wood in there. And I just finished the tank off, just getting as much as little stuff as I can, just dumping it down, right down this ravine. Or maybe we'll get that, because then if I can dump them down here, I'm not dumping it on good wood. I don't want to bury good wood with garbage wood. So I'll do that. Maybe I'll dump it down here. Sun's coming out. Kind of wish it was cloudy. It'd be cooler. And the sun won't be in my face. Every time you look up, you get the sun right in your face. Okay, I'll see you guys, I don't know, probably in an hour or so. I got a whole bunch of garbage to cut down and yeah. So that's your grunt work here for the next tank or so. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, well, I broke my handlebar spring. Right here. Right there. Broke it. So I usually have a spare spring in my bag, and I don't today. Must have forgot to replace it. So I'm gonna go take it off my spare saw. Because my spare saw, it's got only one set of dogs. The inside dogs are broken off, and it's stock, so it doesn't really have a whole lot of power. Because my other good saw is in the shop getting fixed. Yeah, so that's the 3 592s. Then I have a 390 that's all hopped up, but that's at camp. So I got 4 big saws. And I got 2 little saws, 572s, which I don't have them in camp, they're at home. I never really use those ones. And I don't really remember the process of how to switch this. Is this a... What is? Where's that? I just don't want to lose that. Or can I just... I'll just loosen this. Oh yeah, I'll have to take it right off. Okay. Good old bush fix. Just want to make sure I had the right tools. Go all the way down there and not have it do it. Oh, it's spinning. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, how am I going to stop that? Okay, I got some pliers in my bag. Right back. Yeah, I broke a handlebar spring. I'm going to go down to the pad there and get my other one. So just let my partner know. I just let my partner know I'm going down to the pad. See, I might have the same problem. Actually, no, I wouldn't have the same problem though, because it's not broken. Another one there. Well, if I don't get this off, I'll have to pack the whole power head down and use the other one. I don't want to use that other one unless I have to. Oh, you bugger, come on now. Oh, how am I going to get that off? I think I'm hooked. I think I am hooked. Yeah. No way I can. I used to have needle nose vice grips. Of course, I took them out. Had it for years. I used to carry needle nose vice grips. Right now, would have been really handy. to have needle nose vice grips. Come on. I'll just try again. Figure out a best way to. There's no real good way. I have to just squeeze it real hard. Me now. Well, at least the sun's going behind some clouds. That's nice. Okay. Oh, I'll look in my bag for some needle nose vice grips. But I don't think I got them. And if I don't have them, I'll have to pack the whole power head down in the pad and get my spare. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so this fur's leaning up the hill. I bored it and it's solid. There's no pitch in this one. Nice high grade piece. First branch is probably a good 70 feet up there. Something like that. Okay, so it's got uphill lean. I got my spare saw with the one side dogs, and it's kind of not leaning left or right. There's a whole bunch of limbs on the right side, which is what I want. I want to throw it to the right. This time I'll throw it up high and try to minimize the breakage. I don't want to throw it down there because I might break other nice cedars down there, so I was trying to throw it side hill right here, and it's gonna be hard to buck even if it saves out, because I got that big draw right there. But what else can I do? Oh, can't see my partner. Yeah. I am so itchy right now. Okay, let's start this thing. Well, actually, I'm gonna file up. I'm gonna get this thing cut a little better, and then put the camera back on. Worn out bar and chain. Let's see how she cuts. Not looking forward to cutting fur. Here we go. probably didn't need to bore that with max. Well, if it would have came out one piece. Now there is a pitch seam in there. I just didn't hit it when I bored it the first time. Sometimes I'll bore it before I start cutting it. Give it plenty of time to drain. I guess I missed it. I missed that seam that holding on the pitch. Yeah, I did miss it. The seam's right there. I wonder if I can. There you go. I guess I better clean that far side. I guess I better. I got sawdust all over my face and my eyes. That's fur for you. Fur bark is the worst. It's just really fine and itchy. There you go. That's good enough. Yeah. Get all that. Hey, I'm just covered. I'm just covered. Get some of the lens there. All that. I get all the inside of my shirt. It's gonna be cool watching this thing over. Okay, I'll put you guys right here so that way I can keep in the shade. Or maybe back. So I've got lens in your face. I guess that's good enough. Keep it right like that. Oh. Oh, it's better be easy. No surprises now. go. Oh, maybe to cut more up. Huh. Maybe. Yeah. Need to cut more up. Missed something somewhere. Or my cut's too small. I left holding one on the far side because of the uphill lean. Oops. Oh yeah, no problem. With PowerWedge, just standing in an awkward spot. There's a rock here. Huh. Did I leave a lot of holding on the other side? Yeah, I did leave a bit. I'll cut more. Well, I'd rather leave too much and have to cut more than to cut too much and have it break off up the hill. Okay, this might do her. Yeah. Yeah. Worked out as planned. Solid all the way through. You see I did have quite a bit more holding wood on the low side. But like I say, it's better to err on too much holding wood, because you can always cut more up. If you cut too much, you're out of luck. You can break off up the hill. And that's dangerous. And I saved out. And I can buck it. I can go on the ridge there and I can buck that. Okay, well I'm gonna fuel up and then we'll go buck that. bucket the log off of this side, there's so much weight overhanging that over there, the rest of the log could, this side could pivot up, swing up, that side will drop down. I don't want to get squished in the rock side here, on the hillside. If we bucket over there first, then this will drop, and this might slide all the way down into there. Yeah. So we're going to do a 3/8 first. We got what's 3 foot 7, I guess, roughly 36, 43. Well, I could probably do a 5/1, or I mean 4/5. We do 4/5. Not going to change much. What should I do? Maybe a max weight log. I could bucket there. So this is a 43, and then the next one's going to be 5/1. That's right in the ground here. I'll probably do another 5/1 or 6/3 depending on where it's safe to buck. Oh man. Not safe to bucket there either, because that side's going to drop, then it's going to pivot. Right here is a pivot point. And this piece here is going to swing up towards me. I'll have to bucket here first, right at the pivot point, right in the dirt. Okay. Okay, that one just dropped right there. It's great. Didn't roll down the hill at all. max up there. Come on. You're pretty good at my axe throwing skills. Except when it bounces down the hill, then you go chase after it. Don't you slip on me right now. There we go. Nope. Yeah. Good again. Okay, so the other piece, I went over the other side of the ridge there. It's like almost straight up and down. Left what we call repo, where the big chopper that lifts up these logs, he has to reposition it into a safer position for the riggers to bucket. So that way it's light enough to lift up, because it's too heavy for the chopper to lift it up. But he can pick one side up, and then just drop it down into a new position, and then they can bucket. Then you can lift the whole thing up. It's too heavy for him to lift, but he can at least pick up one side, pick up some of the weight, and then pivot it around and drop it down, and then try and get in a better position for the rigger's bucket, to safely bucket. Yeah. Worked out great. See, I was one hand in it there, so I didn't know how much. I was right at the pivot point where the pieces could both swing up towards me, and I wanted to make sure I was out of the way, just in case. It's always better to bucket in a way where you assume worst case scenario and bucket like that, because it could happen one day, and if you're not prepared for it, it'll squish you, it'll get you. Okay, I think that'll be it for today. I just got a bunch of cleanup. I think it's quitting time, coming close to quitting time. Probably another tank left and it's probably quitting time. I'll show you up the hill here what I'm looking at. So the sideline is just right over there, and then it goes up quite steep, and then all that down there goes, but I'm saving it because the sideline, the other side over there, is just right in the timber. So I want to save that for when it gets tight, because I'm going to be working way up the hill up here, and then my partner, he can jump down there, and he can get a little bit done before we'll need to double up. And then if I don't get a pad in up there, if there isn't a good spot, then we can, then what I could do is I'll finish the top up there, and then we'll have this little pocket here to finish, and that'll be right close to that pad. So then when we're finished the job, we don't have to hike from way up there all the way down to that pad down there. We'll be finishing right there. So I'll just try and be strategic in how you work the block here. Yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching. See you guys next video. Remember, check out spinpan.com for my gold pan and invention. And if you want to buy one, get your name on the email list, because there's only a limited supply that I can afford to make. And then, yeah, woodboss.ca for the power wedges, which I was using for this tree. It's a custom wedge that I designed. It has a thinner taper. And it doesn't take much of a thinner taper to drastically improve your wedging ability. It gives you more, what do you call it, mechanical advantage. The thinner the taper, the more it can lift. Of course, you might have to double up your wedges more often to get a higher lift, but it'll make wedging a lot easier. So especially in that bigger wood, or if you got something that leans back on you fairly heavy, you get one or two of those in there, and you'll get her over. Yeah, for the most part, anyway. Okay, see you in the next video. Okay, there's all my gear. It's quitting time. I didn't have a tank left. I had like 15, 20 minutes left. And there's first trip, get picked up, and I'm third trip. So I'm gonna get going. But if I go side hill down, there's only one kind of gnarly, not sketchy, not gnarly, but one tough spot to get through. And then it's real good going all the way down the pad. And I was too lazy to pack my saw down there and cut that. I'll get down to there tomorrow or something, and I'll fix out the trail. But there's first trip. Oh, sun's coming out. And I just peeled this up, cut it the line over there, and I just dumped a bunch of saplings down, just finished the day off. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna film myself hiking out of here, and so you can see what I'm gonna do the next morning climbing up. Yeah, and it's gonna get farther and farther from the pad until I can make a new pad. Okay, I'm just gonna pack out, I'll pack this out. Should have a, actually, you know what? Hold on a second here. Hold on a second, I'm gonna have to hurry. First trip was already halfway done. Okay. There we go. I don't even know if my plan is a very good plan, how I'm working this, leaving that section for later. I'll see how much work my partner's got. And I'm sure they can do. I've never done it before, but I was thinking another option would be if we, instead of doubling up traditionally, we could double up where if he's down there and off to the side and I'm up here off to this side, I could do a tank up here and he does a tank down there. We just alternate back and forth. I don't know. I've never done it that way before, but I'll see how much work my partner's got in that far side over there. I think he said 2 days, so he should have another day over there. I have an idea. I just thought of this. If we can get tomorrow in, where we're both separate, and then the next day, he can jump down there to that low point down there, and I can go way up there and put a pad in just outside the line. I could, yeah, I can make that work. Oh, that'll work out good. Because then we'll be far enough apart with no conflict, so we can both be cutting, and I can get a pad in up there. And then that gives him a day to bring this up. And then if we do have to double up, this side up here. If we do have to double up, it'll be minimal. It'll be minimal. Probably 3 days, worst case scenario. Oh, tough to tell right now. 3 days of doubling up. Just because there's that one point that goes way up the hill, and it's just like, there's so much cutting that's only enough room for one guy. And we did plan it to leave a bunch of wood over there so we didn't have to double up. This is the sketchy part. So we didn't have to double up so much. But there's only so much you can do. My partner, he's down at his lower pad. I'm pretty sure he is anyway. See right here, right in this spot right here, right? Let's blow down. I don't want to pack this all the way down here just to cut this a little bit. It's only just a little bit of squeezing through. And it's open again. And I'll ribbon this out. I'll ribbon this out tomorrow morning with some trail ribbon. Because this wasn't my route this morning. So I was way down here this morning. My face wasn't very wide, so I was able to work up the hill fast. Yeah, I did this morning. No, I was right down there. I cut that there this morning. Because that went up a little high, eh? Went up a little high because I didn't want to angle it too far down the hill and have it bounce down and hit the pad, so I was trying to keep it right along the face and went just a little high. And then it got barreled up in the air, hung up on some saplings. Why am I facing it towards me? I gotta face it towards so you can see where I'm walking. There's second trip. See how clean it is now? Right? It's actually pretty good going. Just that one little blowdown section I had to go underneath. But other than that, it's quite clean walking. It's just really steep. Just quite steep here. Where does it go from here? I can't remember now. Could go to the right of this. Yeah, that was today. Yeah, this was this morning. Yeah, this was this morning. So remember, because I was doing the undercut out of this little snag here, and I backbarred the chunk of the undercut out you know, just to kick it away. And a chunk of it landed on this stump right here. It's just part of the undercut. I came from up on that snag there. That's right down here. So you can see, I'm way up there. The trick is to have a steady pace. Just keep a steady pace all day. Well, even though I had to go back down the pad to get my spare power head. Look at how clean and easy going that is. Wide open. There's my partner. I gotta take some Advil today. I was really working my knees today. You can feel it. Getting old. Yeah. Made her.
Oh yeah.
In time. Did you get her done?
No, I still left a piece over there.
Oh good. You're done.
Like you can see where I got buffs all done.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, well, I could try and jump into here in the morning.
Yeah.
Like, I almost should have done that earlier in the day, but I was kind of just in there and I was like, fuck it.
No, that's works so great.
Yeah.
That works so great.
But yeah, and there's that piece just right there, and it actually kicks up a little bit. So like,
Nice.
there's probably a day in there. 'Cause it's kind of shit going.
No, that's good.
Lots of blowdown.